Hi, we created this course to help people use more brain science to live a good life. Brain science doesn't have to be complicated. We took the most complex academic research and made it easy to understand. So not only you can follow, you can also really take action. Let me just ask you, what would life look like without bad habits? With less destructive behavior? Or what about living with less procrastination, with less taking bad decisions, with less anger, less addiction, or without feeling constantly overwhelmed? Let's face it, life has its dark moments. And it's in those dark moments we need the most a guiding light. But if you're like me, you prefer turning towards science, critical thinking, and skepticism for that guidance. And that's why we created this course. But to start using that guiding light and live better, we firstly have to understand our brains, and then we need to change them. Because if we don't change our brains, it's impossible to live better. Look, don't get me wrong, our brains are great at doing many incredible things. Thanks to them, we can think critically, we can solve complex problems, we can ponder on the nature of the universe, we can create beautiful art that mesmerizes us. But this doesn't mean our brains want us to feel safe, fulfilled, or happy. Actually, our brains push us to feel the opposite. But when we take a look at the aim of natural selection, it all makes sense. You see, natural selection pushed us to develop brains that sabotage our well-being. It's not a design mistake, it's not a flaw, it makes sense. So we're always anxious, we concentrate on the negative, we're always looking for more, we're never satisfied. Well, these behaviors helped us to survive and reproduce as a species. So without the proper training, our brains will continue to sabotage our well-being. Thankfully, in the last 20 years, brain science has made huge leap forwards in understanding what contributes the most to our well-being. And it doesn't stop there. What contributes the most to our performance and our feeling at our best? But if you're like me, these skills don't come easy. I wasn't born with these skills, and it's also very difficult to train them. And that's why we created this course, to help you and guide you on the way step by step. If you want to learn more about what's in the course, here's a list of key ideas we will cover. Firstly, we'll learn how our bias to seek comfort actually backfires, and what we'll have to do instead to feel and perform at our best. We'll learn how to use stress at our advantage, because let's face it, life is full of stress, and we can't just keep living in a way that we try to avoid stress or reducing stress with breathing exercises every 5 minutes. The best way to move forward is getting good at stress. The second big topic we will be dealing with is why we do what we do. The complexities behind human motivation. Because let's face it, we all tried to artificially boost or amp our motivation, and it doesn't work. It can work on the short term, but it doesn't work on the long term. If we want our motivation to work for us on the long term, we have to start to facilitate it. The last topic we will cover is about our beliefs. You see, our beliefs have a profound impact on how we live our lives. What a lot of people don't know actually is that the final result of the interplay in between our genetics and our environment is determined by our beliefs. The beliefs we have about change, about what makes us us, about our personality, about how we should speak to ourselves, all impact our quality of life, our well-being, and our life satisfaction. If you're interested and still not sure, I encourage you, please take the first module. It's free. Hope to see you soon, and welcome on board.